Hey guys, don't be grim because I'm Dreary, and today I'll be looking at your guys' animations again. Now, I am planning on doing a video about the drama that's come up recently, but that might be delayed for a while because of school and stuff like that. But I did enjoy doing it last time, so I decided to do it again and added another animation to show you guys something I had been thinking about for a while. But without any further ado, let's get on to picking the numbers. So it was finally time to put together my numbers. I looked for a random number generator and put in my number of responses, which was a shocking number of 42. That was kind of insane. As I was rolling through the numbers, I went through and would check down and drag out those animations by copying and pasting them and putting them in my browser, that way I could download them later. I got the numbers 38, 32, and 42, so without any further ado, let's finally get started at looking at your animations. Okay, so to start off, it's just a little bit of nagging. When you go through something before you post it, you should always be on the lookout for small dots and lines that appear randomly, because I've seen a couple and I've managed to grab a few, but I'm sure there are still tons in my videos. In the first around 5 seconds you can see 2 of those dots. There isn't any in the other part of the video from what I could see, but still you do want to check that and pull them out if you can find them before you post. Only the phone is moving in this shot. It kinda makes the photo look a bit more flat, a bit more stiff, so moving the background, having a little bit of a changing background or character would make it look a little bit better and take off some of that stiffness. And I might be wrong, but it does look like this green-haired character sometimes doesn't have his mole on his cheek. That might just be a difference between poses and the way he's facing, so I apologize if I'm wrong with that. And that's just a short little thing too. But it's really nice and really short, sweet, and to the point, and made me fall in love with it on the short time that it was on screen. Okay, so for this one, I didn't really understand it a whole bunch, so I'll go through it and point out some of the individual things that I saw that was wrong. The purple hair character is holding a phone and a pink sword in each of their hands. The pink sword is in the left hand and the phone is in the right. But when the red-haired guy comes up to them, the phone disappears and the pink sword turns into purple sword, and then it somehow swaps hands. Now, this part is what confuses me the most. It's way too fast and there are too many characters for me to keep track of. And they're fighting and moving around the screen too much for me to really get a feel for the character itself. And they have completely different color schemes, which makes it harder to look at. Also, the yellow body seems to be floating once he's knocked down. Is that because of his wings or merely a glitch? One way you can dull down the colors a bit without actually changing the colors is by making the background something other than a complete white, to make the characters stand out a little bit less, because on the completely white background, you have them popping out substantially. By changing the color just a little bit, making it an off yellow or an off red, you can make the characters blend into the background a bit more, and meaning that their multiple different color schemes won't interfere with the video as much. Now, I was a big fan of the tweening in this. It manages to make it almost completely on time every single time, and I don't know much about gacha tweening, but I've seen some videos and it does look pretty difficult. You've managed to make the doll parts move around in a realistic motion, and I'm actually really intrigued with that. Okay, so for this one, there's something I wanted to point out. You have things appearing on screen, like here, and just appearing on top of the curtains, and the curtains will eventually move, but that isn't really the start of the animation. The animation starts about 37 seconds in, and that makes the person wait too long. You're more likely to have them leave. Why not shorten the clip just a bit and make it start maybe around here when the things open, and then you have your introducing and the nerd squad appear on screen. That way you can keep more people and they're more likely to watch your entire video because they aren't, this is taking too long. but I did enjoy the transitions. While the head bobbing could use a little bit of work, maybe having a little bit more of a in-between frame, or some of the other characters would do something other than just a head bob, but the transition was what really got me on this one. You can see the blurred character in the background, and then it zooms over to them. I looked at this and I went, now I have to do something like this. Just the bits of being able to see them just a little bit in the background makes you wonder a bit more while you're still keeping an eye on the character that you can fully see. Also, this animation right here, I live for that. That is adorable. I love him. Just his little dabbing. I'm gonna assume it's dabbing because I'm hip and cool with the kids. And I love that. That's also one of my favorite parts, is just him. Okay, so before we leave off on today's video, I just wanted to point out this really underrated animation. Now, if you send in an animation, I watch all of them. I might not be able to put all, I think at this time I have 42 in a video, but I do watch every single one of them and try to come up with something to critique. But while I was watching this one, I could not, and some others, I'm going to point out there are some other ones, I just picked this one because it was one of the ones I had listed as I can't say anything about this because I think this is a lot better than mine. And it's a loop, yeah, sure, but just the amount of feeling you can get into this single loop is fantastic. And I just wanted to point that out, is that there are some of you guys who have sent in animations that I have looked on and been like, yeah, you're a better animator than I am. And I see some of you guys being like, I'm gonna put my terrible animation in the thing. No, don't put yourself down. You see, people like this, you are fantastic. Your animations are fantastic. You just gotta believe in yourself, dudes. And that's all I'm gonna say because I'm dragging this out too long. It's just, please don't drag yourself down. You guys are amazing. Your animations are fantastic. And there are some of you that I cannot critique because you are so good at animating. So just keep that in mind, okay? Don't put yourselves down. Congratulations! You made it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by clicking that like button and consider subscribing if you want to, I don't know. But again, please check out these people's amazing animations. Every single one of them worked really hard and it all paid off. And if you want to submit your own animation or OC, because I have that too, you can check it out in the description and it'll be below all of the others' amazing animation links. That's all for today, and see ya!